Hey everyone, how are you? Please come in. I figured we'd chat because I'm thinking about things and I'm thinking about um yeah, let's just say I've been thinking about some things. And oh, is that my husband? Okay, no. Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about some things and not that I'm concerned, but I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned as it pertains to some of you. And forgive me if you hear any noises in the background. I am about to make some breakfast. I'm about to make some breakfast. Um, I'm hungry. So I'm about to make some breakfast. So if you hear chopping noises or anything like that in the background, just know that I'm cooking. Prepping some breakfast because my husband still is not home from his work trip. He won't be here till tomorrow night. So, Q has to fend for herself, which includes cooking when he's not here. But yes, come on in, come on in, come in. Let me say hi before we get to it. Hey, Donna. Hey, Starry Eye. Hey, Empress. Hey, Sleepy Mons, D Dub, Dimples. Yeah, okay. We need to have a discussion, an honest discussion, not about me, but about you. You all, my supporters and subs and clients and spiritual patrons, we need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation because I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned um about this. I'm a little concerned. And this is not to single anyone out. It's not. This is not to single anyone out. This is for me to ask a question and for you all to be honest and provide me with answers. Because just like the title says, be honest. I can't help you if you're not honest. Hey, Natasha. Oh, Natasha just got back from the gym. I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then I need to get my life together because I need to go to the hair supply store because I'm supposed to be doing my hair tomorrow, and I've decided I wanted to color my hair, but I want to exercise too, right? And yeah, um, but anyway, back to the topic at hand. Back to the topic at hand. Yes, yes, yes. Wash day is upon us. I need to wash my hair and condition and make some hair tonic, but then get ready to do my hair because I'm doing um keratin keratin extensions, fusions, K-tips, whatever you want to call them. I'm doing those to myself. But anyway, but for real, be for real, y'all. Be for real, y'all. And again, this is not to single anyone out, but I do have a question. And my question is, who amongst you in this chat right now cannot do magic? If you cannot do magic, I want you to put a 0. This is not to call anyone out. I have to assess what's going on in this community that I have built. And part of that includes me assessing what can you or can't you do, especially with a lot of the content that I've been bringing over the years, content, classes, all kinds of things. So, and be honest, this is not to shame anyone because I really want to know who among you cannot do magic, cannot create a ritual or a spell, and why. So when you put a 0, put the 0. But I want you to also explain why you cannot do magic with everything that's been going on here on my channel for the past almost 4 years. Shit, I just put in my password wrong. Okay. Okay. Okay, D-Dub says, never tried. I'm interested in learning. Okay, for sharing. Mon says, I never tried it. I'm interested. Okay. So the rest of you, for the rest of you, if I say right now, if I ask you all right now, okay, because we had 2 of the Coterie fam share with us their thoughts. If I say to the rest of you right now, go create a ritual or a spell or working, whatever you want to call it, spiritual work, go create a ritual to um to bring you success when you're applying for a job. All of you can go do it. Okay, Dimples Wimple says, I'm 0.1. I have tried and succeeded some and failed others. That is okay. That is okay. The point is that you tried. And you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to record and write down what you do in your spiritual notebook so that you know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And if you want to try again, you can tweak the working. Empress, hey girl, tell KK I said hi. She says, I'm meh at that. Okay. Growing Process says, I'm not that good. Starry Eyed said, I do it on a Wednesday. Okay, she said she do it on a Wednesday at sunrise. Okay. Because, and the reason that I'm asking is because I want you all to be able to do some work if you need to do some work and not have to ask another worker to do it, right? Growing Process, I can only ask for favors from my ancestors. Does that count? Not really. No, that doesn't count. Because asking favors from your ancestors is like going to grandma. Hey, grandma, can you help me out with this? It's no different than if that person was alive. It is helpful to work with your ancestors. It is absolutely helpful to work with your ancestors, but that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, so Sleepy Bee, she said, what did you ask? I asked, who here can do magic, aka create a ritual, a spell, or a working just out of thin air? And I asked for people to put a 0 in the chat if they don't know magic at all, or they can't get it to work, they can't get it together. And I asked why. Because my thought process is, if you all have been around me for this long, you all should know how, especially with the different classes that I have offered. I told you I have taught you all candle magic. I have taught you all how to write your petitions. I have taught you all how to use container magic. I have taught you all how to do a sweet jar. I have taught you all sigils, particularly the planetary magical squares. So I'm trying to assess where you all are because I don't want you all should know how to do something around this, being around here for this long. You all should know how to do something. I've also taught magical timing, I've taught symbols. So I'm trying to understand what is preventing and or keeping some people from doing actual spiritual work. And we're just having a conversation. This isn't to attack you at all, but I want you all to have these skills to do something spiritually for yourself and for your family if you need to. Okay? And I say that because 2026 is going to continue to be interesting. Wrong Process says, I wasn't able to take the class at the time you were teaching a few years ago. That is okay. That is absolutely okay. That is okay. Listen, I am never here to count anyone's pockets. I understand people who can. Sometimes people can't. But I'm just curious because I want you all again to be able to do some type of work. I, you said this year you got your cauldron. Okay. Okay, you said I have been, the Empress says I have been doing protection spells for myself and KK. Absolutely. Dimple says my intentions come with ADHD. I'm being serious and honest. That is okay. That is okay. And side note, my husband is telling me to order something from Uber Eats or DoorDash. And I'm feeling real lazy. But if I order Uber Eats and DoorDash, I'm gonna probably end up ordering some Wingstop. I'm gonna probably end up ordering some Wingstop and binge watching season 2 of Cross on Amazon Prime because I need to finish it. I finished season 1 on these flights. So yeah, but anyway, sidebar. Okay, my laptop is charged enough. Let me sit down on this here couch, honey. Because I am tired. I am tired. Okay. And listen, nothing wrong with having ADHD. There is nothing wrong with you. There are plenty of people who, experience things and they have you know, they can do their magic whether they are, I just want to understand so I know how to best help you all. Natasha says I have to not watch the Orange Demon in the days I do my spiritual work because I be trying to use my powers on him. Listen, that man is protected, and I've been saying it about this man. Um, he is protected because he is part of changes that need to occur. So he's not going to disappear until it's time. Okay, Sleepy B says I've got to get more on the schedule for my workings now that we've been saddled with my sister leaving, but it's okay. Okay, I understand. But I know Sleepy B, I know you can do some things, so I'm not particularly speaking about you. Okay. Because again, like I said, I need for you all to be able to do some things. And I need for you all to be able to do some things. And I need for you all to have to know how to do these things because one, we're not about to be out here raw dogging life without some type of aid because life is not fair. There are a bunch of degenerates out here, and I want you all to be protected in the physical and in the spiritual, but just know how to do some things so that you can do something for yourself and or your loved ones. Um, hey Isis, you know what I'm saying? She said, I have time this week. It's about to get ugly. We have to prepare. Okay. Okay. So with this being said, and I'm going to make some polls, and we're going to do polls here on this live stream because something just told me to something told me to do this stream. Spirit told me to do this stream because um I'm here to help. Hey KK. Hey KK girl. Okay. So let me get this up on YouTube, and I'm gonna do some polls because I need to I want you all to be knowledgeable. I want you all to be knowledgeable. Okay, so let me go to my channel. Let me make some polls. Okay, so let me go to my channel. Oh, StreamYard is not on a delay today. Excellent. Okay. Let me go to here. Let me do start a poll. Start a poll. Ask a question. Okay. So I have just made the poll, and it's for all of you to vote on. Empress Kia says April 6th. That day is important. And listen, April is about to yeah, April is about to be interesting. Y'all are so cute. Okay. So 90% of you are saying yes, you would want a mega class learning basic magic. Not okay, so it's 91%. Y'all are saying yes and y'all are saying no. Okay, so for the ones who are saying no, is it because you already know what to do or something else? Okay, so it's okay. I'm gonna get a poll until 1 o'clock, which is 2 minutes. I'm gonna give the poll to 101, and then I'm gonna end the poll. Live Life 257 says advanced magic I prefer. Define advanced magic. Live Life 257. In your opinion, what is advanced magic? And thank you for answering. Live Life 257. Thank you for answering. Y'all look like y'all having a good time in the chat. Let me open up this DoorDash Uber Eats because we don't feel like doing nothing today. It's cute. My neck is jacked up. My neck is jacked up and it hurts. Y'all, I had to take some ibuprofen earlier today. Hey, Ultraviolet. CN1. Natasha says she would also like advanced magic. Okay. Now, advanced magic would mean that you are well beyond the basics. You don't need to refer to things. You can just make something up on the fly. That you good with your that you're good with your herbs, that you're good with cleansing, that you're good with protection, that you are good with you know how to dispose of things properly. You know how to blend elements of various practices together for one ritual. You can, you know, you got some divination skills down. Yes, Ultra is CN1. Okay, Live Life 257 says going beyond the basic magic, protection that goes deeper than the actions of people. Protection that shields us from the energy that fuels the action of people. Yeah, that's just protection. That's just altering your basic protection spell. That's just altering it. That's not even beyond. That's changing the wording. That's changing the word. Okay, let me end this poll. Let me see what the poll says. Okay, end poll. Okay, 82% says yes. 18% says no. Okay. Isa says prepping for a party, but I felt I should hop online timely. Hey, when spirit aligns. Okay, D Dub says, oh, let me go back to StreamYard. D Dub says maybe you can do an intermediate class. I would only do an intermediate class if people know the basics because a lot of it is um once you start moving things forward, it's built on the basics. So if people don't know the basics or can't fathom the basics or aren't even keeping up with what their work, what they're doing, or have even tried, then it doesn't make a sense to do intermediate. Because if I do an intermediate class, I expect people to understand. Um, I would expect people to understand why they might be doing um why they might be doing work for, let's say they want more endurance and exercise when they're exercising, why they would do that work on a Tuesday. My idea of advanced protection is defense in depth. Okay, so you know, like how, okay, when you have a house, when you protect yourself in a house, what do? You lock the doors, right? You may have an alarm system. You make sure the windows are locked. You have a dog that alerts you if people are near the house. And then you have that for home self-defense. That's to me, that's advanced protection because you're doing more than one thing. It's defense in depth, right? That is advanced protection. So you're not just doing one thing, you're doing all the things to layer in your protection to create a shield around you. Now, you can do that defense in depth protection any way you want to. But that's layering the work and understanding why you're doing understanding why you're doing some things. Okay, maybe you want to do protection work. Or something more advanced would be spirit work, like going to the cemetery. Going to the cemetery to do some protection work, you would have to know how to do that. Advanced work would be, okay, so do you even, you know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. Cleansing is basic. And there's nothing wrong with basic, but I need for you all to, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be afraid to, oh, I don't want to do that because I'm afraid to do that, or I'm afraid to try that. Well, you don't get the benefits if you won't even do the work. Not saying y'all, but I'm just saying, like, because I see some people say, like, oh, I'm scared to start, and I understand that. But baby, we out here driving every day. I am more afraid of like car accidents and stuff because all I'm gonna say is I live in Silicon Valley, enough said. I used to live in Atlanta. Enough said. Um, some of the things that we should be afraid of, we're not. So if you can get in your car and drive every day, or get on an expressway and drive for 5-6 hours going to some destination, you're not afraid of that. You should be out here doing some magic. And you shouldn't be afraid to, go to the cemetery or collect some dirt or, stuff like that. True Beekeeper says, hello, Q. It's been a while. I'm in need of a course for basic magic. Okay. Yeah. So, um, and that's what I mean by more advanced, right? Possibly doing work and going to places that you may not want to, but you finna do that work. Or not being afraid to do spirit work with spirits, because spirits have things that they are good at, just like you have a ear, nose, and throat doctor, you have cardiologists, you have neurologists, you have gynecologists. They're all doctors, but they have their specialties, right? So things like that. So that's why I'm asking to try and gauge, because I at least want y'all to be able to do the basics and not be afraid to do the basics. And not be afraid to do justified work in the case of since sending out that finding out because people were fucking around. I want you all to be confident in yourselves and that you know what you're doing and you can do it confidently. Okay. How many y'all put a 1 in the chat if you have your spiritual notebook and you write down things in your spiritual notebook. You write down what you did, the way that I taught you all to do. Put a 1 in the chat if you have your spiritual notebook and you keep up with what you're doing. Put one in the chat. Okay, I see Sleepy Bee. I see Isis. I see Natasha. I see Starry Eyed. Okay, good. I see some of you. Sexy RN, CN1. Again, I'm just trying to assess. Okay. Okay. I talked about spiritual notebooks. Okay, you can't find your book. Girl, what you did with your book? But I understand, girl, you gotta find that book, especially if you got some good notes in there. You gotta find that book. Okay. But you do have one and you did use it. Okay, True Beekeeper 1913. Are you a member of Delta Sigma Theta, True Beekeeper? Just a question. I see the 1913 there. That's why I asked. Okay, so you might misplaced it 2 weeks ago. Okay, girl. Starry Eyed says, it's a journal someone gave me that says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And I was just like, facts. Okay, girl. That is so funny. I love it. I love it. Well, it is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You know, I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, so it's nice to see another fellow D9 member here. I know there is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho that's part of the group over here too. So whenever I see her, she's not here right now. But yeah, good to have D9 fam bam over here. Okay, yeah, like I said, I just want you all to be able to do things. Okay, so a beginner class, beginner basics, and then intermediate. Okay. Okay. So y'all will be good. Okay, so let me see. Put a 2 in the chat if you would like an intermediate level class, intermediate to advanced. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I love when the D9 fam is here. Okay. 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 I'm seeing the twos. Okay, so I need to have a Starry Eyed. Don't start. Don't start that shit, Starry Eyed. You know I love you, girl. Okay. 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 So 1 is good, 2 is good. This is why we're here, because now it's all good, boo. You know we vibe together. And CN1, don't you start that shit either. CN1 always laughing at me. It's okay, girl. You know I love you. Y'all, I do not want to cook. I am waiting for this bacon to thaw out. You know, I might order me some I might do just that. Order me some wings from Wingstop and watch Cross as I wash my hair in my bundles. But anyway, okay. Now if you don't know what you're doing with level 1 stuff, level 2 is not for you unless you know how to do level 1 stuff. So this gonna be like calculus. Okay, calculus 1 and calculus 2. Okay, if you need calculus 1, that's fine. If you feel like you're ready for calculus 2, that's fine too. Okay, don't be out here trying to jump, because I'm going to assume, and then I don't want you to ask me, oh, but what day can I do this on? If you are going to level 2, then you should know which days of the week would be best for such and such. You should know color theory. You should know basic cleansing and protection. You should know basic ways to cleanse yourself, basic ways to protect across the different types of magic. Okay, spiritual baths, candles, working with spirits, writing petitions. You should know color theory that aligns with planets. You should know magical timing. Okay, you should have your notebook. And if you go into level 2, I would expect for you to if you're going for level 2, I would expect you to know how to properly dispose of spell workings. You should be versed in, herbs and stuff like that, which herbs that you would choose for different things. There are different types of herbs. You should also, by the time you get to level 2, you should know what type of spiritual work that you are best at. Some people can do money magic, some people can't. But people who can't do money magic, they might be healers. People who may not be healers in money magic, they might be people who are just like manifestors. Maybe your candle magic is better than working with spirits. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Maybe you do better at making herbal blends and stuff like that. So by the time you get to level 2, you should know all of that. She said, yeah, because Calc 2 is real as fuck. I'm taking it now. Right. And then by the time you get to level 2 with magic, you should not be afraid of things. You should know, okay, the reasoning behind why you would bury something in the front yard versus why you would, dispose of something at the crossroads. You should know various ways. Like so like all of these things. And like I said, you should not be afraid of working with spirits. There are various types of spirits. Okay. You should know how to create these things. You know what? Dimples, I'm about to send you to the wall. I'm about to send you to the wall. She says, Q, put me in 095 remedial magic, please. Okay. 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 Because like I said, I want you all to be confident that you can do work, that you can do things. Um, confident that you can do work, that you can do things. Because my people over here should not be out here raw dogging life. My people over here should not be out here raw dogging life. Okay. And there were some things that I haven't taught yet. And then like going into level 2, you should know how to make a doll baby. Doll baby, aka voodoo doll, aka pop it. You should know how to start doing more complex rituals, shapes, various forms of container magic, as well as spiritual work. She said she's speaking her truth. Okay, okay. Now, let me ask you all another question. Who is afraid to do magic? If you are afraid for whatever reason, put a 3 in the chat and then let's talk about why. Because it's one thing to know what to do. It's another thing to know what to do and then actually be able to do it. Practical application. So put a 3 in the chat if you are afraid to do magic. And then let's discuss why. This is not shaming. I just need to understand. I need to meet people where they are. Okay, she just did a flow wash, door wash, jar. Okay. And it's okay. Like I said, this is not to call anyone out. I just need to know because people should be okay with doing magic. Because please believe quote unquote the powers that be, these politicians and stuff like that, baby, they're out here doing this magic. I told y'all, what was it, yesterday or the day before? Uh-huh. April 6th. He was talking about holding off picking up with escalating in the war until like April 6th. April 6th is what? That's Easter. Easter Monday. So these people are out here, these politicians, governments, your local the people them at the nail salon. You go to the Asian nail salon, they got their altar right down there in front, or you go to the Asian restaurant, they got their little altar down in the front with oranges. Everybody out here doing magic, but you are playing yourself. Hmm. Okay, so nobody is afraid to do magic. They just need their to increase their knowledge. Okay. Okay, you're not familiar with the practices. So if you learned, so I'm asking you, analytical one, if you learned, if I taught you or showed you how to do some things, would you still be afraid to do some things, or would you feel confident that you can initiate and complete the operation? Hmm. Okay. You said feel confident. Okay. All right, let's talk about it. Why would you be conflicted? Why would you be conflicted? Now, would that confliction come from religion, or you just don't know, or let's talk about it, because this is what we have to do. We have to understand where we are and why. You said my family and background religion. Okay, let's go a little bit further. When you say your family because you live with your family and you can't do anything, or something else. Growing process said we just need a little fine tuning. I mean, this is true. And yes, Natasha, give me your phone. Natasha, give your phone to Empress. Okay. But yes, analytical one says my family and background religion. Let's talk about it. And this is absolutely, we're just all having a conversation here. This is not to pick anyone out, but I need to know, because I need to know. Okay, she says, I live alone, but I think my family wouldn't understand and would see it as me losing faith. Why would your family have to know? Modern problems require modern solutions. Why would they need to know? Because listen, my mom is married to a pastor. My mom is quote unquote a first lady. She's married to a pastor. She don't know what I do and she don't need to know. None of my family knows what I do except for my husband. Mr. Hoodoo is the only one who knows. So why would they have to know? That's your business. When my mom came to my house, uh when she came to my house in 2019 for Thanksgiving, her and my stepdad. Baby, the ritual room was locked and the door is closed. You don't need to know what's in there. It's none of your business. Okay, so, and they would see you as losing your faith. Let me tell y'all something. And this is just Q's opinion. Christianity or none of them don't own God. My question is, the opinions, why would the opinions of your family be more important than doing what you need to do for protection or for success or for getting something that you need done? And it's just a question. Right. I don't tell mine nothing either. I know how to talk jibber jabber with my mom. Yes, mom. Well, all we can do is pray and just give it to the Lord, and the Lord gonna take care. And then she be like, "Amen." And then we laugh and I love you, mom. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Um, y'all better learn how to move in silence and learn how to blend in when need be. Okay. Burn process says my mother and stepdad burned my tarot cards in front of me, which was a traumatic experience. I understand. That's why you keep people out your business. But I understand you were a teenager, you were living in their home. I completely understand that. But as an adult who has full free will, y'all better learn how to move. Okay. See, I was talking to Starry Eyed. Starry Eyed, are you still here? Are you still here, Starry Eyed? See, I was talking to Starry Eyed the other day. And she was asking me, we were talking about like cybersecurity and stuff like that. And it is Q is going to be a pen tester. Q is going to be an ethical hacker, aka pen tester, right? This is what Q has decided. So Q is going to start, re-educating herself to get back in the work field because I'm nosy. But Starry Eyed and I, we were talking about, we were just talking about things. And I told Starry I like puzzles. I like figuring things out. And part of figuring things out is knowing how to move in crowds and spaces where you may not be like them, but you can do enough to get by. This way, you get the tea, you get the information, you get the whatever it is. Okay. What you do is none of your family's business. You can have deep religious conversations with your family and still do your work. Because baby, when we were at my mom's house, was it last year? When was it? Anyway, I forget when that was. We were at my mom's house, not last year, the year before. Maybe, or was it 2023? Anyway, I can't remember. It was one of these years we were at my mom's house. And my husband and my stepdad, they were having a conversation about religion. And Mr. Hoodoo was just asking questions. He was just asking questions. And he was just like, so this is what y'all believe? And there have been how many translations and variations of this book? Which one is the right one? Or better yet, the question, why is it that people in other religions and faiths and practices, they pray and do whatever and they get their prayers answered? So somebody is out here either lying, either, you know what I'm saying? So you can still have these conversations and do what you need to do. Do not limit yourself. Do not limit yourself, period. And Sleepy B said the family laughed at me one time when I said I was learning magic. After that, they have no idea what I'm doing. But I bet you they like them results though. Right. Right. So and this was definitely not to get on you, analytical one. We're just having a conversation because your business should be your business. You don't have to, you can still do all of those things and move in silence and do what you do. You can have conversations with them. You can, go to events with them and stuff. Yes, and amen and all like that. And then go home and do what you need to do. And just another thing, as it pertains to the spiritual and spiritual work for people who are Christians, is magic all up and through that Bible. Okay. The three magi were using astrology to find Jesus, or whatever the story is. Okay. Hell, Christmas is an old pagan holiday. Go back to my video on Christmas traditions and stuff that I did. What was that? December 2023, January 2024. Don't let these people play in your face and have you out here scared with fear and control. Okay? Because they sure be out here on that cannibalism, drinking the blood and eating the body of Christ. And that's okay. And listen, I want you to be the captain of your ship. Wink wink. Right. I want you to be the captain of your ship. Okay. Captain of your ship. You know. Okay. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay. So, and yes, growth is good for you. Uh-huh. Right. People forget that the King James version of the Bible, uh-huh, is different. People forget that um King Henry of England, he made sure to step away from Roman Catholicism because he wanted to hoe about. So he said, nah, England is gonna step away from Roman Catholicism and we're gonna be Protestants. We gonna have this new church. He just created a church out of nowhere. So he can go and hoe around and do all these things. Okay. With the head of the Church of England being the monarchy. So I want you all to just make sure that you are understanding things and the different ways that people and these institutions keep you in fear. Meanwhile, they're out here doing ritual magic on this planet. They're doing it to people. They're doing it to people. But you out here getting your ass beat by their magic because you ain't doing none yourself. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. Okay? And I don't want you to be getting your ass beat by life because you scared. Okay, so anywho, I'm glad we have all had this conversation. I will be doing a basics class, a basics master class. After this class, you should be able to go through and do all the things and have the knowledge to do basic things. I will also do an intermediate to advanced class, master class. But when I do that class, I will solicit from people the topics that they want to know about, and I will compare the topics that are rendered to me with what I want to teach you all. Because you should not be out here in this world afraid, or they're going to, you should know that you have the power to change so many things for yourself and to help others, right? You have the power to do it, because make sure you understand they are absolutely doing things. They are using astrology and they are doing ritual magic damn near every day on the world. Don't let these people play in your face, because they definitely not gonna play in mine. They're definitely not gonna play in mine. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions? I can't believe we've been here for almost an hour. This day has completely disappeared. It is literally 24 minutes to 2 o'clock. I can't believe this day has disappeared like this already. And they've been doing it the whole time, right? They have been browbeating people and doing ritual magic and using astrology to time things that they're going to do to us or implement. And majority of people don't know, but I think a lot of people got their wake up seeing the stuff in the Epstein files, confirming, quote unquote, the conspiracy theories that people thought we were cuckoo about. But they've been doing it the whole time. Mm-hmm. The whole time. Mm-hmm. This whole time. So, anywho, I will begin working on that. As far as these classes go, I'm not sure how I'm going to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm going to set them up, but I really want y'all to win, and I really want y'all to take back your power. And part of calling back your power is removing the fear. It's okay to be aware of things, but we should not be fearful, because we have the power to change things for ourselves and change our lives, especially with magic. So I don't want that for you all. We are about to go into energetically. We're going into some interesting times, and I'd rather you all know what to do and how to help yourselves than not. And that is important to me. So, I am going to think about how I want to do these classes. And start setting them up. We're going into April. April is next week. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Um, I'm thinking about that. Right. I want y'all to win. I really do want you all to win. There should be. Yeah, I really want you all to win. Magic is for everyone. Okay. And taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, taking care of your needs is this is what it's here for. And yes, fucking people up when they need to be fucked up. See, I'm wise enough to know when a curse needs giving. Okay. Okay. Justified retribution is fine. We don't fuck with people for no reason, but justified retribution is okay. Right. So I just want you all to be empowered and be empowered and have extra tools out here to take care of yourselves. That's really all I want. Growing process says to me, it's as if you had said those exact words to me personally before. Maybe I did. Okay. Yep. Justice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Justice is justice. Um, yeah. Okay, y'all. Any last questions? Any thoughts? Anything? Anything? Let me see something real quick. Anybody got something they want to say? I dropped a link real quick. Uh, and if no one comes up, I'll end this, but I'll wait until like 1:45, so for 5 minutes. Um, because I really, I'm just here for y'all. Oh, oh, my loving husband. Okay, well, guess who's not cooking today? Q. Q is not cooking today because my husband is demanding that I order some food and rest myself. So who can argue with that? So I'm ordering food. Growing process act that I DoorDash. No, I did not DoorDash anything. I'm sitting here with y'all. I'm sitting here with y'all. I'm gonna give me some DoorDash going. I'm gonna give me some DoorDash or Uber Eats. I'm gonna call them chicken wings in. I'm gonna order Wingstop. I really want some pho. Pho. Sorry, Vietnamese people. But I'll get that next week. No, 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 no. And listen, Kevin, it's not Christians as a whole. But a lot of so-called Christians are not hitting the mark. I know that my neighbors, the elderly people that I live in between, I got elderly neighbors on the left, elderly neighbors on the right. Um, they are the absolute sweetest people ever. And I swear, if you open a book and search the word Christian, you would see them. They are the absolute sweetest people ever. But make no mistake, I'm gonna fuck up one of their former employees because one of their former employees stole some money from them, which affected me. So that bitch gonna get what she gonna get. But no, my neighbors are the sweetest, sweetest people ever, and they are just like Christian. The sweetest people ever, the most helpful people ever. They don't ask for much. They sweetest people ever. And whenever we move from here, I'm going to miss them. But like those are my old people, and I will fight you over them people. Those are my old people. Mr. Hoodoo and I, those are our old people, and we will fight you over them. So, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, no, those are my little old people. They are so amazing, and they don't deserve, yeah. But anyway, yeah, stole some money from them. I mean, stole big money from them, $250,000 from them. So you fuck with my old people. Now I got to cut you. Okay. Now I got to cut you. Um, yeah, sweetest people ever. Sweetest people ever. Um, but anywho, okay, so I will do that. Yes, yes, honey. Yes, stole $250,000 from them. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes, $250,000, $250,000. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh yeah, fucking that bitch up. But anyway, um, because she deserves it. Because you're stealing from elderly people. She deserves it. Um, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And shit, maybe if she would have knew some magic, maybe she wouldn't have had to steal. Maybe she wouldn't have resorted to stealing if she knew some magic. Oh, but she gonna know some magic when I'm done with her. Oh, she gonna know. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to get out of here. If you are just getting into this video, I'm going to unfortunately I'm about to go order some food. But if you're just getting to this video, please rewatch the video. Um you may think about things for yourself. But too long didn't read. This video was me asking who knows magic and why? Why don't you? And who needs a beginner's course and who wants an intermediate course, because I want you all to know how to do magic so you're not out here raw dogging life, because please believe that the powers that be, they're out here doing ritual magic and using astrology against you. And I want you to be able to defend yourself and get your family and loved ones the protection and help that you all need if you ever need it. So that was a too long didn't read. So, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all very, very much. Love y'all very, very much. Okay. Okay. I might come back a little later. Y'all, I've just been so busy lately, and then like the Wi-Fi was out, and I'm tired because y'all know I'm traveling next week. I'm gonna be gone next week. I'll be in San Diego next week. So I am traveling next week. But yeah, y'all know I'm here. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So but I do want to thank everyone for supporting me, for being subs, for being part of the Coterie family, for watching my content and stuff like that. Supporting me, being clients, being customers, super chats, people who just y'all do me so good. I love y'all. So I just want to make sure y'all are taken care of too. Mm-hmm. I says, let me just say, beginners, you will learn a lot. It'll change your and others' lives for the better. Okay, then. Okay, then. Listen, I love having the conversations with you all. Those of you that have my phone number and text with me, I love having the conversations with you. And I tell you all how much I appreciate you all and love y'all and support y'all. We be having these good conversations and stuff. Okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna go order me some wings and watch Cross on Amazon Prime and get my hair together. And yeah, I'm traveling next week. But yeah, I love y'all very, very much. Milkshake will be made next week, and then milkshake will probably be mailed out the week of. Let me look at the calendar because I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. So milkshake will be made Wednesday, April 1st. And I'm traveling on Saturday, so milkshake will probably be mailed out on Monday the 6th of April. But milkshake will be made. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I've already ordered the supplies. I'm just waiting for them to get here. All right, y'all. Okay. I love y'all. I love y'all. Bye bye.